Good day, peeps! Welcome along to what will be episode 0 of the Youth Platoon with Stevenage. And this is just going to basically be the setup episode. We'll get as many players as we can. Hopefully, we can get a full team before, let's say, the end of the transfer window of youth players, or perhaps free agents, whatever. If we can get a full team, perhaps we'll start playing straight from the first season. Now, as you'll see here, the manager selection, I have picked Jordan Akugo as the manager for this series. Not that any of you will know who he is. He was the first, how can I put it? He was the first player that really sprung to mind that I can remember from the PS4, from FIFA 14. So I can't even remember who I used, to be fair, but I remember Jordan Akugo. He was an American. Well, he's a left mid, but I ended up playing cam for a lot of my season. And yeah, he was my first personal ever youth squad legend, if you'd like. So yeah, he is going to take charge of Stevenage for this. So we'll get straight into the settings. We'll have that on legendary. 6 minutes. The Astute Arena is what they're going to play in. We have customized so we can have the arenas. And yeah, I'm quite happy with that. We'll have 6 minute halves, legendary. That's fantastic. And now we play a waiting game. And so here we go. We get our pre-season tournament invite. Let's go and have a look. It's literally going to be the one with the most money, which will be the European International Cup. Hopefully we can get a bit from that, but I won't be playing them because we won't have a full youth team. So yes, but this is the tournament we will be participating in. So let's have a look at what the board want us to achieve. The overview, we've got to try and reach the round of 32 stage in the FA Cup, finish mid-table and sign 2 youth players into the senior team the same season they were scouted, play them in 10 matches. Well, that's going to be quite easy. So youth development, yep, sign 2 players in the defender position. Well, hopefully we can do that. Long term, 5 youth academy players by at least 10 overall points. Well, hopefully we'll be able to do that one as well. Keep a streak of at least 85% attendance in 5 consecutive home games. That could be interesting. Fucking hell. Finish the season with a profit margin of 8.8 million. Are you keep salary growth under 20%. That shouldn't be too much of a problem, to be fair, but the profit margin will be quite hard. Continental success. No objectives. Not yet. Give it time though. So, the first thing on the agenda is, of course, our scouts. Now, for this series I'm going to do it slightly different to how I've done it in the Derby way. We're going to start with 1-star scouts. We're going to have them up until the point where we get promoted. When we get promoted, they can all get an upgrade, and we'll go to like 2-star, or there or thereabouts, and we'll keep doing that until well, maybe until we get to the Premiership. Once we hit Premiership, then we can look at 5-star scouts. Also, little addition, I am only going to scout neighbouring countries. So England, Scotland, Northern Ireland and Ireland are the only the Republic of Ireland are the only 4 countries that I can scout until one of you lovely people out there comments with one, and I can send them there as a bonus sort of thing. If you do, drop a comment and say where you'd like me to go, what sort of scout or what sort of player you would like us to scout, and we shall get it done. But for now, I think we're going to send these 3 out, and we've sent them to England for 9 months because I shall always try and keep one in England. Scotland and Republic of Ireland also get 3 months worth of scouting. Second on the agenda is, as you will see from my catalogue as I flip through really rapidly here for no reason, I only have 1 Scout Future Star left, and I'm going to use it in this series right now. Hopefully it'll bring back a really good player that we can build on from sort of the 1st of next month. So we're going to do that right now. Now we're in this item, and that we will see in the first who we get come back from there. Right, the next part of this plan is to now start buying in some free agents that can, some free agent regen players, shall I say, to try and fill out our squad. We'll have a look through. We'll probably try and sign as many of them as we can. He's got no face. I'm going to still stick with the no face, no game time scenario. But we've almost got a full team here. Now, who the fuck is this? Jesus fucking H Christ. Right, Lewis Russell, I don't know who he is. We're going to scout him, and I'm going to shortlist him on there. Hopefully he won't go nowhere. 6 days to scout him. Oh look, a Reverido. 5'6" Reverie. Centre back. Right, okay. Right, I'm just going to go through and let's have a look. Right, let me have a really serious look here. Arturo Aymar, he's a left back. We're going to sign him in. 6'2" centre back in Ondrej Brabeck. We'll sign him in. Walter Campos, another 6'2". Again, we're going to sign him in. Božidar Gadzlov. He's another one. He's a centre defensive mid, so we'll sign him in because he looks okay-ish. And another Božidar Gamakov this time. He's a left mid. I think there was another left mid, but we'll have a look. Ventsislav Krav. Now then, if any of you have come from DK or watched sparring DK, he had the Krav brothers, and so this I'll probably sign Krav up as well. Here's another left mid, but he's not very good, an Indian fella. This centre mid, Peruvian Carlos Loyola, he looks like he'll be sort of the Reverido of this series potentially. Oh, and speaking of Reverido, there is a 5'6" centre back, a quarter Reverido, but we probably won't bother with him at 5'6". Luis Raldez, we'll probably sign him up as well, and Lewis Russell, we'll look into him because he looks ridiculous. I'll see you when I've signed them. So here we go. I've got the players in, all apart from the left midfielder. Walter Campos is a 57. Ondrej Brabeck is a 61. Arturo Aymar is a 58. Ventsislav Krav is a 55. Božidar Gadzlov, he's a 56. Carlos Loyola is a 58 overall. And finally, the final one we got in was Luis Raldez. He is also a 58 overall. Now, as most of you that are probably watching this will know, the youth squad, or Road to Glory as some people call them, the youth squad legends as Cutsy likes to call them, the youth edition that Sparring DK has, Bammer as well, with his youth heroes, and of course there's several others. SJH Sports, he's got the Youth Academy Regens. Bear Hams, he has his Youth Squad Gods, and Tomahawk, he has his Mongrels series. We don't have real players in this, so what I'm going to do is put every single real player on the transfer list. I'm not going to bore you and show you, but that's what's going to happen, and I'm going to pretty much accept every offer. So we have 2 transfer offers already. Luke Wilkinson and Ben Kennedy, they will both be leaving the club. And holy fucking shitballs, Lewis Russell is a 75 overall, 18-year-old striker, 6'2". Who is this? What English striker has retired? Look at the stats on this kid. There's no way we can afford him. 10k wage, we've got a prayer. We'll keep him on the scouts, and we'll keep him on transfer targets. You never know, he could be one we go for in the future. Another transfer offer's come in. Dipo Akinyemi, he is also going to be leaving the club. Well, we didn't even win a single match in the pre-season tournament, so that was good, wasn't it? But we've got £250,000, just over £250,000 in prize money. Well, I'll take that. Another transfer offer in here for Tom Conlon. Now I'm thinking going forward from after this one, I probably won't even bother you with who's being sold and what offers we're accepting, but this is obviously going to be an accept. Any real player will be accepted immediately. So our scout future star has returned, and Ricardo Guidi is the man who they've brought back. He is a right winger, but he's also a left-footed, so I'm not planning on playing him on the left. We'll sign him up and we'll have a quick look at him. Well, here is Guidi. He has potential to be special. He has medium and low work rates. Could employ him as a striker, to be fair, and 3-star, 3-star, which is that's okay. It's relatively middle of the road, but yeah, I think we'll look possibly at putting him as a striker. Well, the monthly scout reports are back, and from the Republic of Ireland, a grand total of 1 player. Fantastic work. He's a goalkeeper. He looks terrible. Neil Kavanagh. And, but, I want to try and fill this team as quickly as we can so we can get straight into it. So I'm going to sign him straight in. He's going to be our first choice goalkeeper, unless any of the other reports have got anyone on him. And from Scotland we have got Malcolm Gray, 6 foot. We don't know exactly where he's going to play, what position he's going to be. He looks pretty terrible, and he's only 15, so I'm going to leave him there. I'm not going to bother. I only really want to look at 16-year-olds this early on in the season. And fantastically, we have 1 player come back from England too, Aidan Davis. We'll sign him straight in just to fill the numbers as well. Now, unfortunately, I haven't quite managed to fill the team with full youth players yet, or regens. In terms of the first team, we're only a striker off, but I think we're going to simulate the first month, and hopefully we'll get some more scouts come back with some more than just 1 player next time. So scout reports are back for another month, and I've already been through and flipped through, and I'm going to go through very quickly. There are so many 15-year-olds. So Barry Lynch from the Republic of Ireland, 15, can't do anything with him. From Scotland, Malcolm Gray is actually looking quite a good little player, 15. Riley Fraser, 15, and Barry Peterson, 15. So I can't even sign any of those up. And from England we got Ollie Hall, who is a terrible player, and Cameron Carter, who is 15, but we're trying to fill the team, so Ollie Hall will get promoted straight into the first team. Well, after that disappointing month of scout reports, I guess we've got to simulate another month before we can get into this. I'll do that because we will keep this episode solely on managerial stuff, getting this prepared. So this is going to be the final scout report from the Republic of Ireland. I'm not going to bother with Barry Lynch. There's no point with him wasting money in our youth academy. Liam Connolly, I will sign. He's a goalkeeper. He will be better already than what we've already got in Kavanagh. So yeah, we'll sign him up. He'll come straight to the first team, but we'll move this scout on to Northern Ireland. Sorry. And from Scotland, Malcolm Gray has turned 16 handily, just in time before we move him. Well, this scout will probably stay in Scotland, to be honest. So Malcolm Gray, he comes straight in. I'll go straight into the first team. As will Dave Peterson. He will also go straight into the first team. The rest, unfortunately, because they are, well, he's got no face, but because they're 15, they shall not be even remotely thought about. And finally, from England, Cameron Carter didn't turn 16, but Brandon Lee, he is 16, so we will call him up and we'll get him into the team too. Well, with the last month's scout reports coming back, we've just about managed to scrape ourselves a team, which will mean episode 1 will have a game in it, which will be, I believe, Chesterfield in the checker trade. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to introduce you to the starting players. There's not a massive amount of them, just enough to just about fill the subs bench. By just about, I mean we've got 4 subs. So that'll do for me. But without further ado, we'll go through this as quickly as I possibly can. Neil Kavanagh, 47 overall, goalkeeper. Liam Connolly, 46 overall, also a goalkeeper. Ollie Hall, 49 overall, right back. Walter Campos, 60 overall, centre back. Ondřej Brabec, 61 overall, centre back. Dave Peterson, 50 overall, left back or centre back. Arturo Aymar, left back, centre defensive mid or left mid, 60 overall. Venceslav Krav, 57 overall. He is a left back or a right back. Božidar Gadsalov, 57 overall, centre defensive mid, centre mid. Brandon Lee, he's a centre mid, centre attacking mid, 45 rated overall. Malcolm Gray, 48 overall, he was also a centre mid or a centre defensive mid. Carlos Loyola, 59 overall, he is a centre mid to come at centre defensive mid. Aidan Davis, left mid or right wing, 51 overall. Luis Raldez, 59 overall, he can play either wings or in the centre attacking mid. Ricardo Guidi, he is a 63 overall, he is a right midfielder, right winger, but he will be playing as a striker for us this season and probably into the future too. And that, everybody, my good friends, is the squad report. So, our first match in episode 1 will be away to Chesterfield in the Checkatrade Trophy. We'll see how the lads perform. Hopefully we can maybe get a good feel for what sort of players we've got there. But this has been episode 0 because this is the setup for the Youth Platoon featuring Stevenage. I hope you enjoyed it. I look forward to playing this one alongside the Derby way. If you did like it, smash like. If you're pumped for it, let me know in the comments, and if you do want me to go anywhere for scout reports, just let me know. I will get them sent out as quickly as I possibly can. And if you're new around here or you've just stumbled upon this, please smash subscribe if you really liked it. And until next time, friends, toodles!